Next up, we have the three-headed Hydra from space, King Ghidorah, which, oh my gosh, this guy was such a nightmare. Right after I did the unboxing, I forget which wing it was. I think it was either this. Yeah, it was one of these two wings. I carried it. Like you can actually watch the unboxing. It wasn't the same event I was just talking about, but I grabbed the wing and it popped off and I dropped the figure and it almost broke. So be very, very, very careful when you're unboxing this. But that being said, this Ghidorah figure is superb. I love the yellow, and I know Ghidorah himself is already yellow, but this is just, it's just a beauty of a figure. The overall sculpt again is kept from the 68 design, which I guess it's the general show of Ghidorah, because Ghidorah didn't really change much. I think all they just really did was just modify the suit here and there. Godzilla kept on changing from movie to movie, unless you're the late 70s Godzilla, or early 70s Godzilla. Up until 73, and then that's when I think, was it? Man, I can't even remember at this point. But basically, Ghidorah himself has a lot of nice sculpted details carried through over the figure, have nice scales. More or less the same thing with Godzilla, where it features a lot of like, oh yeah, there we go. Just look at all those scales and the shine just looking straight at you. The Ghidorah heads look really nice. There's no paint on this one either, which is honestly kind of a bonus, so it just doesn't have any scuffing. I will say that there's kind of a color change between this. I think they're the same type of yellow, but because Ghidorah's body is a much more, it has more width than the wing does, it just gives off the illusion that they're two completely different yellow colors. But in reality, they are indeed the same. So don't be like, oh my gosh, why is my Ghidorah wings darker than the body? No, it's just because the Ghidorahs are much more, the body, it's just more thicker, so it has more plastic to be infused with. The tails look like snakes, and honestly, I think the 2019 Ghidorah, not 29 Ghidorah, 2019 Ghidorah fits that best. The Showa Ghidorah has like a lot of nice jagged teeth. This is just beautiful. You can actually kind of see my hand straight through, shockingly enough. I don't think this ever happens on translucent figures all that much. So kudos to them. But there's really nothing else to talk about. I will say that, yeah, it is pretty jagged, pretty pointy. Not as point. The wings are not as pointy as they are on the original. I actually have the original. Oh yeah, that's still pointing as heck. So yeah, do be mindful when you're buying this. You definitely don't want to buy this for your kids. For articulation, we have posability here at the wings. The heads. The heads can move a little bit. I would not recommend twisting them 360 because again the spikes might rub into the body and into each other. And the legs can kick forwards and backwards. Don't know if they can do 360. I don't want to push it. But with that being said, this Ghidorah figure is amazing. So I know a lot of people would want to see a comparison between the original Godzilla and Ghidorah from the round 1 and round 2 set, but here you go. I'm going to be discussing something as well that I feel like, that needs to be kind of talked about with this set in particular. But I guess here's the Godzillas together. Again, purely just a translucent green Godzilla. Yeah, you just kind of see all the different spine arrangements. Let's actually get some more angles up in here. Here are the two Godzillas in side view, front view, back view, and the other side view. Same thing for King Ghidorah with their side view, front view, the back view, and the other side view. So now that we have the comparisons out of the way, I want to kind of talk about something that I feel like, well, I have two major problems with this set. The radioactive battle box. Number one, they don't share the same accessories as their original counterparts. The only thing that they come with are literally the two bases. That's it. Now, admittedly, yes, I know that these are an exclusive set, based on a different movie. But I really just think either way that they should have came with the original accessories. Because Godzilla himself here, he came with an extra head, 2 extra arms, and a beam effect that as a result, because this guy's head is the one that's closed, you can't use it with this guy, because there's no translucent open mouth Godzilla. And as a result, you can't use the beam. Which honestly, this on this would just look beautiful. But if it was the blue Godzilla, like holy moly, look at that. Um, but Ghidorah, on the other hand, I feel like there's really, you know, I don't know what to say about Ghidorah. He should have came with his gravity beams. But luckily, if you have the original, they are actually compatible with this Ghidorah. Which, to stick it in, all you just do is kind of wedge it in. There you go. Come on. Okay. I'm looking at the camera while I do this. I should probably look IRL. There we go. And there's the third mouth. Third beam. Stick it in there. There it is. Okay. I think I might have missed the hole by a few inches. But there you go. If you have the original Ghidorah's beam, it is indeed compatible. So just do be mindful of that when you're buying this guy. And honestly, this thing honestly looks really cool. But I honestly do kind of find it a bit disappointing that they didn't come with their accessories aside from just the bases. But I definitely do think that they should have come with the accessories, at least some sort of modified version of them. You know, or just, it maybe just give us the open mouth instead and just give us the beam for the translucent Godzilla, because Ghidorah's mouth was already fixed open, so hey. And my second biggest problem I have with this set is actually the fact that these are the wrong suit designs. Now, admittedly, yes, I know it's an exclusive and these are simply just retools, but the fact that this set was marketed as a 91 set, like obviously I knew what I was getting, they were just like retools, but it honestly just kind of bugs me that these things were marketed as a 91 set. They are not based, well, they're loosely based. These are just literally recolors of the 68's Godzilla and Ghidorah. And from a completely different era and a completely different design. So I'm not asking Mezco to build them from the ground up, but more or less I could forgive this issue if this wasn't marketed as a 91 set. Because that's literally what it says on the website, which you can actually pre-order it right now, or I guess order it, because I mean these things are now out shipping. But aside from those two issues, I think that, you know, I dig this. I definitely do dig this. So even though I kind of spoiled my final thoughts, what are my final thoughts? I personally do think that these are some definite winners. These things, their sculpts are beautiful and honestly majestic, and really like to spice up, you know, the collection with some literal eye candy, because these things look like candy and they're eye candy, you know, they're candy to the eyes. And their translucent colors make it so popish on a shelf that's primarily has like charcoal grays and greens. Instead, you have a vibrant green and vibrant yellow Ghidorah to come with it. And it's honestly just beautiful. And I'm just going to say this, Mezco, because I have this set in round 1 and round 2, you have now earned yourself a brand new permanent customer to your Godzilla line. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say for this video. I know I've had my problems with these figures, but honestly, everything's awesome, and I love everything about these figures, minus QC and stuff. That being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.